volatile times in the stock market.
Market's up 200, then it's up 800, it's up 700.
How do you get the facts when investing?
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. If you're confused about the stock market, get unconfused. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and listen to my radio show every weekday at 3 Eastern. What is the market going to do? We know exactly what the market's going to do.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
There's no need for you to be losing money.
Check it out, philsgang.com.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grande.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color code chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grande and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
When we look around, the fact that there's all this talk around a potential bubble and a lot of controversy around that gives us comfort that we're actually nowhere near a bubble.
Tech makes up so much of what the S&P is now. The top three stocks, Apple, Microsoft, and NVIDIA, make up 20% of the S&P at this point.
You know, to say that this market is not in a bubble, those are the same people who are not prepared when the market turns around and starts correcting. All markets correct, and you have to be prepared for those corrections. But what's been going on is we haven't had even a 2% correction in the last 400 days. And the reason we haven't had that correction is because you have the same stocks driving the market, 5 of them. And you know which ones they are: Microsoft, Apple, NVIDIA, Google, Amazon, the same stocks. But to sit there and just say, you know, this market's never going to come down again, and I'm just going to keep buying, that's why only, again, 20% of the people in the stock market make money. And I guess people have found that out. And it's another thing, too, when you tell people there's going to be a crash, boy, they get angry. I mean, they're really, like you're going after them personally or something. And they've gotten so defensive when you say, well, we're going to get a correction. They just really, truly get angry. And those are the people that are really going to get squashed. Look, when you've been in this market for a very long time, like I have, the market has a personality, and you've seen enough of these that you know, okay, that none of these stocks, I don't care, it was the same thing back in 1929, 3 days before the market had this epic crash of 90%. 90%, that's right. And that was in 1929. An economist wrote and said, an article, and said, wow, you know, we have just hit an all-time permanent high, and it's never going to come down again. That it's different this time, just like they're saying now. And what he was basing it on is he said it was different this time because of the advanced technology that we've never seen before. And back then, after World War I, and everybody came home, that's when they invented the automobile, the radio, the telephone switchboard, even a washing machine, vacuum cleaner. These were all invented at that period of time where the market was going crazy. And how it even went crazier was they wanted everybody on Main Street to participate in these companies. So they said, it kind of like reminds me of NVIDIA when they did a split 10 for 1 and they dropped the price from $1,000 down to $140, right? And they did the same thing back then. They wanted everybody in the market, the guy on Main Street. And the market, as soon as they did, when they came up with the what they call a margin account, people could borrow 90% of a stock price. And when they did that, immediately the market shot up 500%. And what this guy was saying was that he was giving credit to the technology, most of it, the technology, but he was also giving credit to this new metric system we have with these margin accounts. So, you know, it was just 3 days after he said this, the market never come down. It had one of the biggest crashes in history, and it took 20 years to claw back all those losses. So, look. When you're in a stock, and you look on my chart right here, the S&P, we always tell people, we always tell our members, look, no matter how much that we are on guard, play defense, you always got to be playing defense, okay? Football games are won by defense. And for people to sit back and take the position, the market's not going to come down again, it's nuts, because all you have to do, we always say, look, follow the trend. Don't follow the guys on CNBC. Don't follow the guys on Fox Business. Follow the damn trend, okay? The trend. And and the trend of the money. It shows right up on our charts. And our charts are set up where they're color-coded. So when they're green, it's telling you the money is in trend. When it's red, it means money's coming out of trend. And this is the spiders. Look how long we've been in the spiders. And then when I say, well, I think we're going to have a correction, people go nuts, like they're going to burn me at the stake. So that's the S&P. Here's another stock we've done terrific with right here. NTAP, nice tech stock right here. And that stock is from the time it turned from red to green. And this, again, when it turns, these are our charts. We designed these because we wanted to make it simple for our member, because we teach follow the trend, which is the same thing as follow the money. And if you just follow the money, and to make it simple, we had where the color is red, out of trend, green, it's in trend, and if it's green in trend and it's ready to come out of trend, it'll even turn yellow. So that the technology is wonderful. But again, for people who think this market's not going to crash, is just nuts. One of the things that has gotten nuts is this right here. Look what's going on. If you take a look at the unemployment's going up, not down. Unemployment's going up. Here, look on this chart right here. And again, if I show this chart to everybody, I'm going to get hate mail. Look, unemployment is going up. And look at the jobs. Okay, look at the consumer price index right here. Okay, prices are starting to drop. Now, why are prices dropping? Well, because you got a couple things going on. You got wages. They keep saying how great wages are. Wow, look at wages are going up. Wait a minute. I hear that from the White House all the time. It drives me nuts. Yeah, wages are going up. But guess what? Employers are cutting hours. I have friends with small businesses, okay, and they're cutting hours left and right because demand is not here. We don't have the demand we used to have. And what does that mean? Well, because first of all, when you take a look at all the goods and services, you'll notice that the demand for these goods and services have dropped off big time. And so people are getting their hours cut. The employers don't need you to work all these hours because savings has gotten hit big time. And credit cards are maxed out. And emergency 401k withdrawals, they're at a 45% increase. What does that mean? Well, that's associated with price decline. So this lack of money, this lack of credit is associated with prices declining because there's not demand. Nobody's buying this stuff. So prices are going down. So what are they saying? They say, oh, this is good. Look, inflation's going down. What? It's for the wrong reasons. Unbelievable. We'll be back with a lot more. Join my gang, free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand. especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
If you invest in the stock market, take a moment for this important advice.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You've got to stop listening to the fake business news networks because they tell you what you want to hear instead of what you need to hear.
Phil Grande guides you step by step on investing.
You're going to know exactly what the tone of the market is. Do I sell? Do I not sell? Do I buy?
All you need to know is philsgang.com.
Check it out, philsgang.com, philsgang.com.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. What does it take to be a successful investor in the stock market? Developing your skills and learning from an expert like Phil Grande and philsgang.com.
It doesn't have to be hard or complicated to learn how to invest in stocks properly. It's like anything else. You're going to golf, or you're going to learn how to play tennis, ski. You need to be with someone. Learn off of them, one-on-one. Now, that can be really expensive, cost thousands of dollars. But I have a program that you can join for 10 days free.
Go to philsgang.com and sign up for a free 10-day trial. Phil Grande has developed tools to teach you how to invest in stocks properly. Not only when to buy stocks, but how to sell stocks short.
85% of people in the market lose money. Get out of that group by just joining Phil's Gang.
Now you can learn to invest like a pro with a pro, Phil Grande. Take advantage of this special offer for a free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
Try it. 10 days free.
That's philsgang.com.
philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, any trader who's been in this business for a long time, here's what they know. You've got to be skeptical of the market. You have to. But you meet that skepticism with the fortitude to buy stocks, to go long. And you just don't sit there and say, gee, this is a bubble, so I'm not going to buy stocks. And then you miss the whole rally. And people have emailed me and said, well, Phil, you missed the whole rally. What? How did I miss? I didn't miss the whole rally. I mean, I've been in this business for 50 years. How would I miss the rally? Just because I tell people there's a problem? And here, listen to what Paul says. This is my point.
The story for the last 2 years has been just how exceptional the performance of the U.S. economy has been.
Are you kidding? In the last 2 years? The economy's terrible. What's he talking about? But this is what people listen to. This is what people listen to. And that's the problem. So, example, deficits. Deficits are a terrible thing. When you have a president that goes out and spends much more money than he takes in tax revenues, that is a deficit. Deficits kill you. It will kill you because you get so far. Our deficit's gotten so bad. And so deficits from 2008 to now is up 340%. What's this guy talking about? The national debt is up 266%. Our GDP, our economic growth to debt, should be at 60%. Every country's at 60%. We're at 120. What's that mean? We can't meet our bills. And if we didn't have the printing machine, we'd be screwed. But see, when I talk like this, people get angry. They get mad. They send me hate mail. You missed the whole market. You've been negative for 3 years. How have I missed the whole market? In fact, what really is upsetting when they say something like that, if I go back and you go look at the charts, we had our members catch not only the 2020 correction, we had them short for that, and then we had them short for the next correction. There's 3 corrections we had. One was 20%. One was, I don't think I have my chart here. If I could find it, I'll give you the numbers. Yeah, 35, 20, and 10. So think about it. Our members were making money, and then we turned around and we saw what was going on. We saw the money changed course. We saw our color-coded chart first turn yellow to warn us, start turn red. We had them take profits. We said, if you don't want to short, that's fine, but then at least take your profits. And the market went down. I think it was the first one was 35%. And that was, what day was that? That was in 2020. Then the next correction was 20%, and that was in 2022. So these people who say, I missed these rallies, these people got clobbered. Because those 2 corrections, they got hit. And when you lose 35%, you don't just get even at 35%. You got to get something like 35. You got something like 47%. That's right. So, but the point is that a good trader, a smart trader, he's always looking forward, and he's always watching the flow of money. And when that money changes, he's ready to turn on a dime and to sell short. He doesn't get emotional with the market. He doesn't marry the market. He doesn't. Do you know that savings dropped from $2 trillion in August of 2021 to lousy $72 billion here in June? People have no money. They have no money. In fact, do you know now that a person making $65,000, he needs income of $106,000 to purchase a home? And so they tell us how great the economy is.
The economy is going to be relatively strong, including for probably the next 5 years.
Strong? It's getting worse. It's not strong. How is it strong when a person making 65 grand a year can't afford a house, he's got to be making almost twice that. And we're in a country that our GDP is 120%, which means we can't meet our bills. Our debt to GDP should be at 60, not 120. And here's the other problem. Northwestern Mutual, they came out with a study and said a person needs $1.7 million to retire. 70% of Americans will never retire. Watch them get all kinds of hate mail. Jobs. Look at this chart right here. Look at that. This is called the JOLT chart. These are jobs available. Look how they're just dropping. So you got jobs dropping off a cliff. You got unemployment going up. And yesterday they're sitting there telling, wow, look at this. Inflation is down. It dropped by to 3.0%. Wait a minute. Give me a break. Inflation, no, it's down for the wrong reasons. Prices are dropping because there's no credit. People don't have access to credit anymore. They don't have access to cash anymore. They're overtime. They're not getting overtime anymore. They're getting their hours cut, so they can't buy stuff. So when they can't buy stuff, what do the stores do? They start discounting their prices. And when the price is going down, what is that? That's deflation. And so yesterday, instead of coming out and saying that and being honest, saying, you know, the only reason why prices are coming down is because folks don't have access to credit anymore. Their credit cards are tapped. So this is not good. The inflation is dropping, but for the wrong reasons. They didn't say that.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When the stock market is volatile, how do you invest intelligently?
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. There's no need for you to be panicking in a market that goes up 800 points one day, 700 points, then it goes down again. All you need is good advice, need good direction. You don't get that from your CNBC and the Fox business and all these crazy shows. You don't. Here's what you get from them. Thank you, Jim Cramer. But this is something that this really bugs me. Listen to this.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What? Their responsibility is to their partners and shareholders and not to you? Check my site out, philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need the experience of Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
What a difference it makes in your financial life. philsgang.com. It works.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grande at philsgang.com, You'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. As the new year approaches, make a resolution to challenge yourself to become the best investor you can be. Phil Grande can take your trading to a whole new level. Innovative stock market investing tools and the experience of over 50 years combined to give you the edge in controlling your financial future. As a Phil's Gang member, you're taught the essential strategies of investing using stock charts, training videos, and seminars. It's information Wall Street doesn't want you to know. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. So the market has been on a tear for 15 years. Why? Because 12 of those 15 years, we've had zero interest rates. Not zero, but 0.08. So 12 years. And then they started to raise rates because of inflation. And they went to a 1/4 point. They have not raised rates fast enough. They've had these rates too low for too long. And that's why this week, when they turned around and said, gee, our inflation dropped to 3.0. Isn't that wonderful? And I said, no, it's not. It's terrible. Because what's going on is the inflation dropped because prices are dropping. And prices are dropping not because there's productivity and people have good wages and good jobs and more people are going to work, and instead of all these part-time government jobs. By the way, the government is full of crap. When they come out with job numbers, they lie like hell. Most of the job numbers are government jobs. Government that you and I pay for. We have to pay for these government jobs. It's a joke. The amount of jobs that are created are I'll try to get a number. I had one a minute ago. Let me see if I can find it here for you. But the number of jobs that they put in place, I had it here a second ago. I just saw it. But anyways, I can't find it right now. But it was crazy, the amount of jobs. Almost nearly all the jobs are government. And every time the economy's lousy, what do? They put more people on the government payroll. And that's terrible. That is not good. So one of the problems is when you have a situation where all of a sudden people don't have credit, their credit card's tapped out. And when people don't have cash, because when they go home with their check, we still have, our gasoline is still up, 32% since 2021. Our groceries are still up. Our rents are still up. People just don't have the cash to go buy stuff, especially big ticket items like TVs and stuff like that, and washers and dryers. And so when they tell you, when people don't have the money and they don't go buy, and you got all this inventory sitting there, what do? The retail store, he will cut his prices. You'll see big sale, right? The guys that produce, let's say he sells dryers. The company that builds the dryers, the manufacturer of the dryers, he cuts his price, because he only can survive if the guy he sells to survives. So, but what's happened is they've been lowering the prices. And what did they tell us yesterday? Oh, look at prices are coming down. That means inflation has dropped by 3%. No, that's bad. Because the only reason why prices went down is because nobody has money to buy. So don't listen to them when they're telling you this was good news. And then what did everybody do? They turned around and they went and they jumped in. They took their money out of tech, and then they jumped into retail. They went and they started to buy industrials. They started to buy material stocks. It was amazing. Everybody started to buy McDonald's, Starbucks, and they been getting slaughtered. So, and that is a mistake, because what's going to happen is, you watch, in about a week, when I do the show again next week, I'll guarantee you everybody's going right back to tech stocks. And I'll guarantee you we got one big rally in tech stocks left. You watch. Everybody's trying to say, well, no, now everybody's going to go to utilities, and going to go to materials, and because, and that's not true, because there's no money. So anyways, when you are looking to buy stocks, okay, don't think about, is this a stock that is good because the economy's good, or this stock bad because the economy? No, it doesn't matter. You should take and stay with a certain group of stocks. Always stay with gold stocks. Our mining stocks are doing terrific. When those mining stocks were going down, I told my members, don't get out. Stay with the miners. They're going to do terrific. The only reason why they went down in May and part of June, because China has been buying all the gold. And they finally discovered they were their worst own enemy, because they were buying all the gold. Prices were going up. So they stopped buying in May and June, and price of gold started to go down. And so the gold miners went down. And I said, no. Look, stay with them. They're going to come back. And boy, did they blast back, okay? But what were we watching through this? We don't listen to anything. We were watching the money flow. We saw the money flowing out, and then we saw the money flowing in. As long as you follow the trend of the money, you'll always be right. And then once you learn how to sell short, that's when you make wealth. That's when you create wealth. People who have been enjoying this rally for 15 years, where the market's been going straight up because of 6 stocks, if they think the dot-com crash was bad, wait till they get this crash. Now, everybody's saying, well, Phil's nuts. He's been wrong for 14 years. Market's never going down again. Well, we'll see. It will go down. Believe me, okay? But you should always be in a position, do you really care? No. It shouldn't matter to you if markets are going up or markets are going down. See, the one thing about the stock market, it's not about being right on the market or wrong on the market. That's silly. It's not a right or wrong game. I don't get points on a board, okay, being right or wrong. It's about following the money. And the stock market's forward looking. So if the biggest mistake people make is they look at too many stocks. And where's that come from? Wall Street. Because every time they always have a new sector. Remember the ETFs came out? First would be the ETF for hospitals, the ETF for pharmaceuticals, the ETF for automobiles, the ETF. They're coming out with a new ETF every day. Why do they do that? So they can churn and burn you. They can make tremendous amount of commissions. They got to keep getting you into new stocks, get you excited about a new stock. You can never make money doing that. And you can never make money consistently just buying stocks and not shorting stocks. Once you learn how to sell short, as well as long, and once you get smart and say, you know what, I'm only going to look at these groups. I'm going to look at gold, miners. I'm going to look at tech, big tech. I'm going to look at semiconductors. I'm going to look at banks. And I'm going to look at oil and leisure, hotels and so forth. Those 6 groups. And if you take one stock in each group and you take the ETF of each group, there's your portfolio. And you stay with those same stocks for a year and learn how to sell short. You sit back and you let the setup come to you. The only reason 15 to 20% of people make money in the stock market goes to the people who sit back and wait for the pattern to buy or the pattern to sell short shows up. And we created a chart that helps you with that. We'll be back with a lot more. Join my dad.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over 6-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. This message is for those of you asking the question, what do you think the stock market is going to do?
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Well, you don't have to ask that question when you listen to my radio show because you're going to know exactly what the market's going to do. You're going to know if the market's going to go up, you're going to know if the market's going to go down, or the market's not going to go anywhere.
Phil Grande and philsgang.com takes the worry out of investing.
Pay attention to my show, philsgang.com. It's fun, entertaining, and you get the greatest information, especially stock picks.
That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color code chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
This is an economy that is more or less back by most measures to where it was before the pandemic.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
God, is he a liar? Look, don't believe this stuff. Our labor market is weak. I have the joke chart up here for you to look at. What's it show? Labor market's tanking. We have weak jobs. The jobs they create are all part-time jobs. They're losing all the full-time jobs, being replaced by part-time. And when you have weak jobs and a shrinking labor market like we do, for him to say the economy is strong is a bold-faced lie. Because weak jobs, shrinking labor markets, that identifies a lower economic GDP growth. That means lower tax revenues. Why do you think we're having so much trouble? Because we are spending far more than the tax revenue we're taking in. That's creating massive deficits, and deficits have to be paid. And how do they pay them? They print money. And when you print money, that's inflationary. When you borrow money, it's not. But when you have to print it, it's inflation. It's unbelievable. This guy, Jared Bernstein, the president's chief economic advisor, been with him for years when he was a vice president, and he has no degrees in economics, none. He's a PhD. He has a PhD in social welfare, which is the same thing as Obama had, community organizing, and he's got a bachelor's in music. Yeah, the Manhattan School of Music. This is the guy who is setting our policies. And he's been masking our bad economic news for Biden. He's been masking it. And do you know, like when Biden in his campaign speeches, right? He's been taking credit for reducing deficits, but he hasn't reduced deficits. That's a lie. When deficits dropped from 2.7 trillion in 2021 to 1.38 in 2023. Biden didn't do anything. COVID was over with. And that was a line item. We didn't need the machines and the medicine and the mask and all that stuff, so they just eliminated it. He had nothing to do with it. It's not like he woke up one morning, I want a staff meeting. I want a meeting with my cabinet, which he hasn't had a cabinet meeting, in 8 months, 9 months? Like, if he had a cabinet meeting, say, look, we're going to reduce expenses around here. We're going to start cutting. Let's start cutting. He didn't do that. He didn't even know it was, somebody had to tell him. He doesn't even know what a budget is. Someone had to tell him. So ever since Jared Bernstein, who is a bull-faced phony, he's selling to everybody, wow, what a wonderful job. Look what we did. We cut the budget deficit. No, you didn't. It was a line item. COVID was automatically over. I mean, it was cut automatically because COVID was no longer. We didn't need it anymore. God, it gets me. It really does. So Biden, or Bernstein, also gives Biden credit for 1.2 million new jobs and 800,000 manufacturing jobs that never occurred. They're not new. They're going back to the same job that they always had, and they were forced to go home during COVID. They didn't want to go home. They were forced to go home. And they said, well, when things are cleared up, you can come back to your job. And so when they went back, he counts it, Jared Bernstein counts it as a brand new job that Bernstein created. I sound like Biden now. I mean, he didn't create these jobs. He didn't create these jobs. Oh, it's just maddening, man. And who are these people that stand behind him applauding him? Who are those people? Who are these people who say, oh, I haven't made up my mind yet? Where the hell have you been for 4 years? You haven't made up your mind? You don't see what's going on at the border? You don't see the murders? You don't see the killings? And you don't see all the drugs that are coming across the border and killing our kids, and you don't see the drug trafficking and the, oh, come on. What do you mean you need to see another speech or something to make up your mind? Who are these people? And then when I watch on TV, if it was held today, the election, it'd be 49-49. What? Who the hell are these 49? Are you kidding? Are you nuts? My God. Biden, understand this. He only added an anemic 190,000 new jobs between 2023 and 2024. And 70% were government hires. Oh, but they don't mention that, do they? No, they don't mention that. And Bernstein, Slicky Bernstein, he sits in his office all day playing the harmonica. What a moron. And he's sitting out there and lying every day. Lying about the job numbers. And look at the jolt. The jolt is the most positive thing to look at, the jolt numbers. They are terrific. The numbers the government gives you is a lie. But look at the jolt numbers. They're never wrong. And they're always on. They're smack on. And again, they show what the real unemployment rate is. And everything, and here's the other thing, they use that birth-death metric system that they lie. They make jobs up. They birth them, make them up. So, I don't know what's going on with this man, okay, Biden, but I don't know how anybody can sit there and say, I haven't made my mind up. Even if you hate Trump, how could you say, do you know why Biden hates him so much and Obama? Because after we had OPEC in the 70s strangle us, held oil back from us, we had the embargo. Every president since then, the 70s, 8 presidents, including Obama and Biden, all promised that we would never have an oil embargo. We'd be oil independent. It was Trump who made us oil independent. 8 presidents couldn't do it. He did. And so the first day in office, he's so jealous. He has so much rage against Trump. He hates him so much. He said, I'm going to destroy our oil independence. And you can't make up your mind who you want to vote for? He destroyed our oil independence out of rage. He opened the border out of rage. He was angry that, and Obama hated Trump for this. He promised, like all the other presidents for all those years, promised they would move the capital of Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Obama promised, Clinton promised, the peanut farmer promised, everybody promised. Nobody did it. Trump did it. So Trump moved the capital from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Trump made us oil independent. And so when Biden came into office, he was so outraged, with hatred. And Obama, both Obama and Biden, they destroyed our economy. You see, they don't need the economy. They're doing just fine. What does the Bidens get? I think $60 million a year alone from one book deal. $60 million each. I'm sorry. They have a deal with Netflix, which I think is another $30 million. Just a voiceover, does voiceovers. See, they don't have to care about the economy. They don't have to do what's right for the economy or for the people. This is all politicians. The politicians care about power. They don't care about you and I. So when it comes to the stock market, join my gang, and we'll show you how to make money when the market goes up and when they go down.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.